My pregnant wife admitted, "The baby might be my yoga instructor's, but we're married, so legally you have to pay." I said, "I know the law." Then I handed her divorce papers and an eviction notice I'd prepped weeks ago. Her face when the sheriff arrived to escort her out. I swear I never thought my life would end up reading like some wild late-night Reddit post. But here we are. I'm writing this from my living room, in a house that finally feels like mine again. Quiet, steady, peaceful in a way it hasn't been in months. My name's Mark, I'm 35, and my now ex-wife, Emily, is 32. We were married for just over 4 years. For years that feel like they evaporated the second everything fell apart. People always assume these stories start with long-ignored red flags, years of tension, unresolved issues, all that slow burn stuff. Not this one. My life blew up fast. 7 weeks from the first moment, I felt something was off the day I watched the sheriff escort my pregnant wife out of my house. It started about 10 weeks ago when Emily joined a fancy hot yoga studio. The type with overpriced eucalyptus towels and instructors that look like they moonlight as fitness influencers. It was $220 a month. Didn't bother me. I do well financially, and she seemed genuinely excited about it. For the first few weeks, everything seemed normal. She loved the classes, came home sweaty, talked about poses with names I pretended to recognize. Then the shift came. Week 4. Suddenly she added early morning classes, like 5:30 a.m., even though her job didn't start until 9. When I asked why she needed to go that early, she said, "Because Tyler teaches the morning sessions. He's amazing, babe. Really pushes us." Tyler, the yoga instructor. The way she said his name stuck in my head. Too warm, too familiar, too something. I'm not naturally jealous, but I'm not oblivious either. And then she started doing that classic phone change behavior. Texting during dinner. Smiling at messages she wouldn't share, flipping her phone face down whenever I walked by. Red flag city. Week 5, she left the house one morning wearing brand new skin-tight leggings and this expensive designer sports bra. Full makeup at 5:30 a.m. for a class where she'd sweat like crazy. Didn't say anything, but mentally noted it. That same weekend we were supposed to have dinner with my brother, but she forgot she had a workshop at the studio. I checked the studio's website. No workshop. And that's when I knew something was wrong. So week 6, I called in sick, waited until Emily left for her class, and followed her. I stayed way back, watched her drive to the studio, park, walk in. 2 hours later she walked out, with him. Tall, lean, man bun, perfect beard, the whole stereotypical yoga dude starter pack. They stood by her car talking way too closely, too touchy, too familiar. Then he kissed her. Not a peck. Full kiss. She kissed him back, like it was the most natural thing in the world. I watched my wife make out with her yoga instructor in a parking lot at 8:12 a.m. on a Monday. Drove home before she did. When she walked in, she smiled and said class was intense. Yeah, I bet. That night, I hired a private investigator. For almost 4 weeks, he tracked her. Morning classes that ended in long chats. Afternoon coffees with Tyler. Late nights at his apartment where she stayed for hours. He got photos, timestamps, everything. Enough to make any lawyer smile. When I handed all of it to mine, he said, "This is airtight. You'll get the house, no alimony, and a quick divorce." The house mattered. I bought it 2 years before the marriage. Title solely in my name. And although she had a right to live there while married, the moment the divorce went through, that vanished. So my lawyer drafted divorce papers and a motion to have her vacate the property immediately due to adultery. Everything was lined up. The only thing left was timing. Then came her confession. That Friday night, she sat me down, all nervous and shaky. "Mark, I'm pregnant." I didn't react, didn't speak. She watched my face like she was searching for some hopeful sign. Then she added, "There's something else. The baby might not be yours." Might not, as if might soften anything. She tried to say she'd been confused, that things just happened, that she lost herself. Then she dropped the real bomb. "But we're married, so legally, even if it's Tyler's, you're presumed the father." You'd be responsible. I checked the laws. The wild confidence in her tone, like she truly believed she cornered me, like she thought she was announcing some brilliant legal checkmate. She actually smiled. She thought she won. I stood up without reacting, walked to my office, grabbed the manila folder I'd been waiting to use, came back, sat down, and slid across the table. "What's this?" "Divorce papers," I said, and a notice to vacate. Watching the color drain from her face, I won't lie, it felt like reclaiming oxygen. I told her everything. How I'd known for a month, hired a PI, documented everything, filed a divorce already, and that she'd be legally required to leave the house. She sobbed, yelled, begged. None of it mattered. 3 days later, after the emergency hearing, the judge ruled exactly as my lawyer predicted. She had 72 hours to move out. On the day the deadline hit, the sheriff showed up to ensure peaceful removal of belongings. The way Emily looked at me while the sheriff calmly explained the court order, she looked betrayed, shocked, furious. But behind it was something else. The stunned disbelief that her plan hadn't worked. She'd counted on the pregnancy to trap me. She thought the law would force me to raise another man's child. She miscalculated. Big time. After she left, the quiet in the house was unreal. Like someone lifted a heavy curtain off everything. The divorce finalized 2 months later. No alimony, no share of the house, no sympathy from the judge. And 6.5 months after her confession, she gave birth. DNA test came back exactly how everyone expected. 99.9% Tyler's. He tried to dodge child support, but courts don't care about man buns or excuses. He pays a couple $100 a month and complains online about being forced into fatherhood. Meanwhile, Emily moved in with her mom, works full-time, barely scraping by. Last I heard, Tyler sees the kid every other weekend and treats it like a chore. About 8 months after everything ended, she emailed me, one of those long, emotional, "I've changed. I understand what I lost. Can we talk?" things. I deleted it. Didn't even finish. People tell me I was cold, harsh, unforgiving. Maybe I was. But I wasn't going to let someone shatter my trust, cheat on me for weeks, get pregnant with another man's child, try to legally trap me, and then expect me to stay and raise that kid. I'm not a martyr. I'm not a backup plan. And I'm definitely not a legal scapegoat. A year later, life is good, quiet, solid. I got a promotion. I'm dating someone new, slowly, carefully, and she's nothing like Emily. Respectful, grounded, no drama. Most nights, I don't think about Emily at all. But sometimes, rarely, I remember the moment she realized the trap she set was the one she fell into. And honestly, that moment alone made every step worth it. She wanted to play games with the law. She forgot I could play too.